Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Effy. I really hope you're doing okay and having a great day and an amazing week. I know I look a little bit crazy. I have two different eye looks, two different blushes. It's fine, it's completely fine. I am testing out Rude Cosmetics. At the start of the year / the end of last year, I did win a giveaway that was hosted by Makeup by Tammy over on Instagram in collaboration with Rude Cosmetics, and I did win a couple of products from them. I won the Wild Nights palette as part of the Lingerie Collection, which is a completely matte palette. There it is. I also won the United Shimmerdom palette, which is a fully shimmer palette. And I won the Blush Crush palette, which is 9 blush shades with a highlight as well. I use all three of these products in this video. I also picked up an eyeliner and a mascara by them as well, so they will be tested too. The reason why I did two different looks was to try and use as many shades as possible. However, this isn't my first time using the products. I've filmed with these products before, however the video footage did get corrupt, which is super annoying, so this means that unfortunately it's not my first impressions. The photos from that video will be up on my Instagram. Either they're already up or they'll be up soon, so you still get to see the looks I created. But it just means that this video isn't my first impressions, unfortunately. Although I did try to use slightly different shades than in my first video. In this video, as always, I do full swatches. I also show you how to do both of these looks. I give my full thoughts and opinions at the end. And I even run through my base in this video just because I felt like adding it in. I only hold up the products, so if you miss any of them, they will be down in the description box as always. If you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up, and if you like my content, please do consider subscribing. I test a lot of makeup here and I put out videos every Wednesday, so if that sounds like good news to you, please consider subscribing. But now I will stop rambling and let you watch the rest of the video. Enjoy. Okay, so this is the first palette. This is the Lingerie Collection Wild Nights. Here's what it looks like. It's completely matte. And then we also have the United Shimmerdom palette. This is what this one looks like. It is completely shimmer, absolutely stunning. I'm going to try and use as many shades as possible from both palettes, although like I said in the intro, I have already done two looks with it and they will be up on Instagram. I will insert some swatches of both of those palettes now, but they were done on a different day. Just went row by row. Again, starting from my wrist, we have Entice, Intuition, First Time, Embrace, Striptease, Uninhibited, Exotic, Roleplay, Stilettos, Come Hither, Innocence, Soft Touch, Thrill Me, Say Yes, Passion, and Fishnets. This is the top row, so starting from this end, you've got Glasgow, Loverpool, Nude Castle, Shinyland, Edinglow, Blue Wells and Shimmerfield. Okay, this is the second row, again starting from this end, you've got Beamingham, Lighton, Canebrights, Gleamouth, Oxflare, Crystal and Be Yorkerful. And our final row, again starting from this end, you've got Womanchester, Tancaster, Newbury, Glitsby, Carglint, Winluster and Beams. Some of them are so hard to read because I'm just so used to reading the normal British name. This second shade, stunning. Look at that pink shift. Okay, so we're going to start on this eye, and I'm using the Collection Lasting Perfection Stretch Concealer and Eyeshadow Primer. Okay, so I'm going to start with this shade here called First Time. Okay, that shade worked beautifully. I've just packed it on for now, but I will blend it later, but it is stunning. Now I'm going to go into this shade here called Erotic. Another stunning shade. It has overpowered that purple a little bit, but I will go back through and blend these at the end like I normally do. Next, I'm taking this shade here called Roleplay. And finally, this shade here called Embrace. Okay, so now I'm just going to go back through all those shades and blend them to how I want them. Okay, I will blend out that green a little bit more when my base is on because I want to smoke it out, but there's no point doing it before I have my foundation on. What I'm going to do now is cut my crease and then I'll come back. Okay, cut crease is on, and now we're going to go in to this palette here. I think I'm going to stick to these sorts of shades. I'm going to go in with a little bit of Glitzby, a little bit of Liverpool, and then a little bit of Glasgow in the inner corner. Starting off with Glitzby. Now just dipping into Liverpool. And finally, on a smaller brush, just going into Glasgow. Okay, all those shades worked really well. I only wet the first shade, I didn't wet the other two. I don't think they needed it. That Glasgow shade on the inner corner is beautiful. I love it. What I'm going to do now is show you the liner and the mascara on this eye and then move on to the other eye. This is the eyeliner. It is the Police Eyeliner Up eyeliner pen in the shade black. I know it does have an actual name, but it's just the black one. And I'm thinking I'm just going to do a line across my lash line. I know it's not a full wing, but I'm just going to do a line across my lash line. It worked very well. I quite like it. It didn't feather out in any way. It went over the shimmers perfectly. So yeah, pretty good eyeliner. And now time for the mascara. This is the Sultry Eyes Mascara. This is the wand. It kind of reminds me of the Lash Paradise Mascara and the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara, but not quite as dramatically curved. Like I said, I've already tried this and I actually quite like it. Okay, so that is the mascara on. My lashes aren't amazingly long, but I do think this helps with volume. I think my lashes look black, they're coated evenly, they look quite nice. This would be a mascara I would wear every day, even though this isn't typically the wand I tend to go for. I quite like it. So now let's move on to the other eye. Okay, so my eyes primed exactly the same using the Collection Lasting Perfection Stretch Concealer and Eyeshadow Primer. And on this eye, I think I'm going to start with Come Hither. And I'm now going in with the shade Intuition. Now I'm going into the shade Say Yes. Okay, so again I'm just going to go back through those three shades and blend them how I want to. I'm going to make this into a smoky eye, so I'm going to go in with the shade Fishnets all over the lid. and then blending that out with the Come Hither shade again. And I'm sort of just going to go back and forth between those two shades to get it blended out a bit better. Okay, so that's not the best black I've ever tried, but I do quite like it. It has still come out quite black. It did blend quite nicely with the red, a little bit more effort than the other colours, but that's pretty standard for a black. Now going into the United Shimmerdom palette, I think I'm going to take Manchester. I'm from Manchester, I can't not use the shade. Okay, that went on absolutely beautifully. Because I've put it over a black eyeshadow, the base of the shimmer shadow isn't really showing up as much, but you can still see all the little shimmer particles and it is absolutely beautiful. I'm going to put on some liner again. I might do a wing on this eye and I'll do my mascara as well, and then I will zoom you in and show you both eye looks. So here is both looks. On this liner I was able to get such a precise, sharp wing. I've never done that sharp of a wing in my life before. That eyeliner is amazing. I'm in love with it. But now you can truly see how stunning those shimmers are. I'm in love with the United Shimmerdom palette. The mattes are beautiful too. Again, I will blow both of them out a bit more once I've got my base on. But overall, I am so impressed with these two palettes. Okay, so now I'm just going to do my base. I'm just going to hold up the products and speed through it because it's really not that important. Like I said, I do have base products to test out, blush and bronzer, so I will stop when we get to that point so you can see what I'm doing with them. Okay, so that is the majority of my base done. And now we're going to dip into this palette. It is the Blush Crush 9 colour palette, Level Up. There is a pink version of this, but this is the blue one. I don't know what the difference between the two of them is. But this is what this one looks like. You do have a highlighter in the middle, but it is far too dark for me, so I've already used highlight. I'm going to try and use a couple of these shades as bronzers, and I'm going to try and use one blush on each side. Okay, so I already know that this palette is super pigmented, so I'm going to try to be extra careful. But I think I'm going to go into this shade here called Challenge. I'm going to take that on this side because it's a bit more pink and it'll tie into the purples and pinks I've used. Okay, so there we go. Like I said, it is very pigmented. I've managed to not go too over the top this time. Honestly, the last video I looked like a clown. But this is quite nice, it's quite subtle, and it's good to know that you can still get a subtle look out of this. On my more red side, I'm going to go with this shade here called Time's Up. Again, it's very dark, so I'm just going to blot these off on the back of my hand. Okay, so that side is a lot more pigmented, but it's fine. It's a bit more corally than it looks in the pan, but that's fine. I'm just going to go in with a little bit of that first shade just on my nose and my chin like I normally do. And then for bronzer, I'm going to go in with a little bit of this shade up here called Boost. Okay, that worked really well. It's a lot lighter than most of the bronzers I own, so it's a nice different, it's not as bold, but I think it's quite nice. It's giving me a nice subtle bronzing. So now what I'm going to do is finish up my lower lash line and put on a lip colour. For my lower lash line, I'm going to just use the exact same matte shades that I used in the eyelid, so I'm going to film it, but I'm just going to speed it up. Okay, so that is my makeup finished. My lip colour is the Maybelline Superstay liquid lipstick in the shade 70 Amazonian. My lashes are the Ardell Whispies, and I just did my lower lash line with the same colours that I have on my eyelids. Okay, final thoughts. The Wild Nights eyeshadow palette, the matte one that I started with, absolutely beautiful. I love that it's a rainbow, but it's a bit different from a standard rainbow in that they're a bit darker. I love the colours and the looks I've come out with. I think they blend really nicely. I think they work together well. I think you've got good blending out shades. I like that you have both a white and a black because I find them incredibly useful in palettes. And overall, I'm very happy. The United Shimmerdom palette, absolutely love it. I think that it's such a good product to have in your collection because it pretty much has every shimmer you could possibly need. And because I have both the Bright Mattes palette from Beauty Bay and now this Wild Nights palette from Rude Cosmetics, which are both completely matte, I know I can pull out the United Shimmerdom palette and use it with both of those palettes very, very easily. I'm very impressed with it, and the shimmers are stunning. The liner is amazing. I've never got a sharper wing as this before. I absolutely love it. It's very black, very pigmented. It works really well, easy to use, everything you could want in an eyeliner. The mascara I actually really liked. It's not the type of mascara I tend to go for. I tend to go for plastic bristles and a lengthening mascara. This was natural bristles and a volumizing mascara, and I think it did really, really well at volumizing. I really quite like it. It will become an everyday mascara that I will rotate in with my other mascaras because I really did enjoy it. The face palette I really quite liked. It's very intense, very pigmented. It's a shame that the highlighter doesn't work for me, but I know I can use it as an inner corner highlight if I want to in the future. And I know now to just be a little bit more light-handed with the blushes, and the shade I used for bronzing was actually really, really good if I don't want an intense bronze. Overall, I'm very, very happy. I like both of the looks. Let me know which one you prefer. Let me know if you have anything from Rude Cosmetics. Let me know if you like it. If you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing. And other than that, I will see you next Wednesday for another video. I really hope you have an amazing day and a great week, and I'll see you next week. Bye.